Hello, this is the project of customer support agent. First of all, we are writing command to run this project. First, we have to run command for activating virtual environment. Now, the second command is for running the our Streamlit web page. Yeah, the screen you are seeing that this is the web page. The Streamlit web page dashboard is holding two main tabs. First is a chat workspace and second is an interactive analytical graph. This is the chat workspace and this is one of the analytical graphs. In this graph, we can see that there are the total number of queries, then escalation rate, average sentiments of the user, and average RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation match. Now coming back to our knowledge base, knowledge base hold files that serve as the knowledge base documents are chunk. So in this chunk, first of all, I show you the inside data directory. There are all these API auth guide and backup restore getting started.pdf. These are all the our knowledge base documents. In this knowledge base there are .md, .pdf, all types of document type are listed in our knowledge base. So in this knowledge base, after the data is going to chunk into 750 character and 150 character overlap. The data is splitted using the Langchain's recursive text splitter. Now our logic goes like the Python classifier file. This is the classifier file. In this, we are writing the classifier system prompt to classify the personas, and then the responder file. In this responder, the user will get the response as per this responder system prompt. Then the search logic separated. The search logic is performed in the rag engine.py file. In this, we are retrieving the data from our documents. If the user query and the data is match, then that data is shown to the user. And now coming back to our database, here is the FAISS database, which is a vector database. And now coming back to analytics.db, which is a SQLite database for local database logger. It automatically logs timestamps, session IDs, client queries, detected sentiment numbers, retrieval augmented generation confidence score, and raw assistant text to SQLite for monitoring offline. Okay, now we are coming for our persona detection, how the persona is detected in our project. Going to the classifier.py, in this we have written the classifier system prompt. In this, the classifier retrieve all the six past history chats and the current chat. Based on that chat, it understand that persona of the user. There are four persona we have written in our system prompt. First one is technical expert, second one is frustrated user, third is business executive, and fourth one is neutral. These persona are flagged according to the sentiment score. Then the question arises how the sentiment score is defined. This is in this you can see the sentiment rating scale. The sentiment rating scale is goes like first, if the sentiment scale is 1, then it denotes the highly negative, extremely angry or frustrated user. If it is denotes second, then it will be a negative, dissatisfied or impatient user. If the sentiment score is 3, then the user is neutral. It is talking about matter of fact or a calm user. Like this for the 4, it is user is a positive, polite and cooperative. If the sentiment score is 5, which is highest number in our sentiment score, which denotes highly positive, appreciative or very happy user. Now we are using our website. So in this, there are two buttons we can see. One is reset conversation, second one is rebuild search index. If we click on reset conversation, the current session or current conversation goes off and new conversation window look like this. If we click on rebuild search index, then our vector database is going to rebuild again. If we are adding new document, then rebuild search index is must. Now we are gonna give some question or going to chat with our chat bot. Our first question goes like, which is for technical user. Now we can see this is our question. We are copying this and paste it here. The question is like, can you explain the difference between setting and a record versus CNAME record for my custom domain, and where are the servers located? This question goes to the chatbot. A channel chatbot is analyzing message and retrieving data according to our query. Now we are waiting. Yeah, this is our response coming from our customer support agent. In this, we can see these are the DNS record type differences for custom domains. This is the response coming from our chat support agent, and there are some structured output like they are defining the persona of the user, which is technical expert. That this question we pick from technical expert category, so they are defining it right. Now the sentiment score is 3 and rag match 67%. The rag match is defining based on the how the vector input and user query both match. According to that, their confidence score is defined, and with that confidence score defines the rag match percentage. And uh, below that, we can see the sources, which is a custom domain.md. From custom domain.md file of our knowledge base, they retrieve information that custom domain setup guide from data privacy.md, custom domain.md. They retrieve this related query information from these sources. Now we are using another persona question so that we can understand that the our system is working properly. This is the frustrated users query. Now this chat is ended. If we ask in this chat, then the our escalation get triggered. So for this, I am resetting this conversation and starting new conversation for newer user, because the classifier retrieves the previous chat history from this conversation. If the first conversation is technical, then second one is frustrated, the chat get confused or hallucinate. So for that, uh, we are log our things our database so that do not happen. but there are some possibilities for that. We are resetting our conversation, and now we are pasting our frustrated query. The frustrated query is like, I am so sorry, my database connection are timing out and keeping my app offline. I have been trying to fix this for hours and nothing works. Help me now. This denotes the persona of the user. Query is frustrated user. Now you can see how the support customer agent denotes that. Yeah, they are saying that persona is frustrated user, sentiment score is 1, rag match 61%, and these are the sources from where they are retrieving the information. Now, we are using the query for business executive, and here it is. Yeah, the query is like, what is the uptime SLA guarantee for compute services, and what business credits are offered if downtime is long. The persona will be executive, execute business executive, sentiment 3 of 5, tag match is 70%, and these are the sources. Now we are using neutral query. In this neutral query, we are gonna see what will happen if the user is calm. I have tried everything and nothing works. So generating adaptive responses, generating human handcuff summary, and yeah, here it is. Why it is triggered? Because it says that I have tried everything and nothing works. It escalates our triggers. The triggers, the one of the triggers which is escalated here is that they tried everything but nothing works. So they are asking for human intervention. So human can handcuff cart is ready, and they are saying that conversation escalated to human agent. Reason of the escalation is knowledge base gap. System does not have documentation to resolve this query. The handcuff is having structured output. The structured output having a persona, issue, document use, then attempted steps, and the recommendation ask. This will help a human to resolve the query of the user. Now we are resetting and refreshing our site, and now we are gonna use this handcuff query where the handcuff immediately trigger, and we can see that this type of handcuff is gonna show us. Now, yes, yeah, this is the handcuff card. We are getting it. In this, the user are saying that I want a full refund immediately, or I am calling my lawyers to sue your team. Why this handcuff is triggered? Because in the user query, the word get triggered as sue. Be- just because the sue words, this handcuff get triggered, and this content, persona, document, use, attempted step, and recommended steps, and the conversation is get locked. Okay, and one more escalation we have added in this, the all the escalation in the env file itself. Now I can't show the file because it is having my Google Gemini API key, but I can tell you what the escalation I have used. Okay, now so you can see that the escalation confidence threshold, the threshold is 0.40. If the threshold goes lesser than 0.40, or uh, let's say 0.3, then the escalation get triggered and said the confidence score is less, the information is not matched with the document, and is consecutive turns to if the user are um, asking question again and again and the information is not getting it, then this escalation is get triggered. These are the escalation keywords. If these keywords are present in the user query, then the escalation triggered, and the sometimes handcuff card is also given by the chatbot. Okay, now coming back to how our retrieval process is working. So before retrieval process, we are going to understanding which framework agent we are using here. So in this, we are using Langchain framework by the Google Gemini Gen AI model, and in this, we are using FAISS integration to perform similarity search over local search index, and the LLM driver is Gemini 2.5 Flash model, which is used for classification, response adaptation, and human handcuff card generation. And the sentiment analysis is performed dynamically using a zero-shot LLM classification approach. Now coming back to the multi-turn conversation memory, how it is working. In memory session storage, storage variable initializes as an empty list. The last six messages will be forwarded to classifier. Then, based on the history, persona will get decided. Sometimes it shifts from neutral user to frustrated user. First, in the current session chat, we can assume that the person's first chat is technical, but the person is asking again and again same question and it gets frustrated. Then the persona shifted to the frustrated user. Now we see that from memory conversation, the memory conversation storage. Here we can see that this is the memory conversation list. From this, they can retrieve the last six messages, history messages, and based on that, the persona will get decided. Um, Now we can understand how the agentic architecture work in this multi-agent. First, the classifier.py folder is used to classify the persona of the user. Then it goes to the retrieval agent, and the retrieval agent is in rag engine.py file where the rag retrieve the information, and it goes to respond.agent responder.py. So in this, the responses are designed for the user query. Thus, then it goes to supervisor agent. The supervisor agent monitors the logs. If the some things escalate this chat, then the supervisor agent goes to handcuff summarizer agent. Some handcuff summarizer agent design a JSON structured output which contains persona, issue, document use, attempted steps, and recommendation. Now, coming back to our topic, how the knowledge base is get converted into vector FAIS index and store. The first knowledge database text converted into 750 characters of chunk, and that chunk get converted into vector embedding. The here I am using vector embedding of Gemini's model embedding to preview, which is a model to preview embedding. So this embedding help us to embed all the data of the knowledge base into vector format, and it gets stored in FAISS index, which is our vector database. Now, how retrieval works? The retriever, this is the injecting part from this knowledge base. The data get converted into vectors and stored or injected in the FAISS index. Now the user query gets chunked and matched to the our vector database content. If the match is perfect, then it shows to 1. If the exact match is found, the confidence score goes to 1. If not, then if it is not matching anyhow, then the confidence score goes to 0. This is how we are matching our retrieval. And based on the confidence score, the user query respond is get generated. This is our whole project. In the persona, this is the distribution visualization of our analytic dashboard. Here you can see neutral, frustrated user, and technical expert or business executives query counts and their indexes. This is all about my project. Thank you.